5'7" with a medium build.
I'm Officer Machete from the City of Delray Beach Police Department. If you have any information regarding this case or any other crime in Palm Beach County, please notify Crime Stoppers.
Police report a series of vandalism incidents at area Barnett banks led investigators to believe a pattern of vandalism is underway. Since June of last year, Barnett branch banks have been the victim of random attacks, incurring about $100,000 in damages. Investigators believe the crimes are taking place late at night during the hours of 11:30 at night and 4:30 in the early morning. Police speculate the suspects drive up to the banks and use either a BB gun or other unknown object to break out the windows of the bank. Police don't know if the vandals actually get out of their cars or stay inside the vehicle before firing and driving away. Investigators have no clue as to who these suspects are and need your help if you've seen any suspicious activity near any Barnett banks.
I'm Sergeant Paul Copeland, Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. If you have any information pertaining to this case or any other crime in Palm Beach County, please call Crime Stoppers.
A grisly discovery on December 8, 1990 started off the investigation. The skeletal remains of a white male were found along MacArthur Dairy Road west of Flying Cow Road in Loxahatchee. Investigators found out the victim had been shot in the head. Police theorized the shooting may have occurred somewhere else and the body dumped there, or the crime could have taken place in this deserted area. Police say the victim had been dead for 3 to 6 months. The body is believed to be a white or Hispanic male, 23 to 27 years old, 5 feet 4 inches tall to 5 feet 6 inches tall, about 110 to 160 pounds. He was wearing green shorts with blue and red horizontal stripes and a second pair of multicolored striped shorts underneath. The victim also had a gold-capped front tooth.
I'm Detective Larry Easton of the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. If you have any information about this or any other crimes in Palm Beach County, call Crime Stoppers.
It was early this year on a Wednesday morning at 9:30 on January 16. Dora Sullivan answered the door after she heard the doorbell ring. Looking outside, the victim saw a man standing there with a clipboard and a package. Without opening the door, she first asked the man if she could help. He told her he had a delivery for her. She then opened the door.
Yes?
Suddenly, the 70-year-old woman was pushed in the chest and knocked to the floor. A second suspect rushed inside and pointed a gun in her face. The victim was then dragged into the living room where an armchair cover was placed over her face. Next, she was pulled into the master bedroom and pushed to the floor as the suspects rummaged through the drawers. Finally, the suspects forced the victim into the bathroom where she was handcuffed to the drainage pipe of the sink and left alone. The suspects then searched the rest of the house, grabbing jewelry, and left the house quickly. The victim was found by her son 5 hours later that afternoon. Police are searching for the first suspect, described as a white male about 30 years old, 5'7", 180 pounds, with short curly brown hair, thin blonde mustache, blue eyes, and fair complexion. He was last seen wearing stone-washed blue jeans. The second suspect is described as a white male, about 29 years old, 6'1", about 205 pounds, with straight, short black hair, dark eyes, with a muscular build.
I'm Detective Sean Fagan of the Boca Raton Police Department. If you have any information regarding this case or any other crime in Palm Beach County, please call Crime Stoppers.
It was a Thursday night, November 15th at about 10 p.m. Richard Vandera was riding his motorcycle southbound on Congress Avenue, driving toward Clintmore Road in Boca Raton, when suddenly he lost control of the cycle. Driving through the intersection, Vandera slid across the road, smashing into the cement median. The impact sent Vandera flying off the cycle, with his body landing in the northbound lane of Congress Avenue. With the victim still lying in the road, a minivan suddenly appeared on the scene in the northbound lane. The driver hit the victim and dragged him for about 24 feet. Witnesses say the driver stopped for a brief second and then sped away, making a left turn and heading west on Clintmore Road. Vandera was taken to the hospital where he later died of his injuries. The vehicle is described as a late 80s GMC Safari minivan or Chevy Astro van. It is gray, metallic blue in color with a side slide door with a window, outside mirrors, and no fender skirts. Witnesses even say the van had dark tinted windows and maybe even a black luggage rack.
I'm Officer Chris Summers of the Boca Raton Police Department. If you have any information on this case or any other crime in Palm Beach County, please call Crime Stoppers.
Detectives say vandals were apparently targeting the John Prince Park area. They say the crimes would occur late at night on December 10th, probably between 11 p.m. and 1 a.m. Police say the suspects climbed over a fence which surrounds the nursery area of John Prince Park and then entered the office through the west window by prying out the screen. Once inside, the suspects broke into the vending machines and pried open the cash drawer, grabbing the money left inside.
Yeah, we got the money.
The suspects then went outside and headed for the parked trucks. They then flattened the tires and broke out the windshields of over 80 trucks. Police say the suspects got away without anyone seeing them.
I'm Jim DeFago, the investigator at Crime Stoppers of Palm Beach County. If you have any information about this case or any other crime in Palm Beach County, please call Crime Stoppers.
In the past 7 months, lawmen believe there have been 15 bank robberies in South Florida committed by the same person. These pictures, taken by a bank security system, show the suspect in action. His targets include banks in Coral Springs, Lauderhill, North Miami Beach, Dania, Plantation, Deerfield Beach, Boca Raton, and Lake Worth. Each time, he has walked into the banks and approached the tellers. He threatens them with a gun and demands money. The tellers then hand over an unidentified amount of money, and the suspect leaves the bank on foot. The FBI says the suspect is a white male in his early 30s, 6 feet tall, 165 to 175 pounds, with dark hair and a slim build.
I'm Jim DeFago, the investigator at Crime Stoppers of Palm Beach County. If you have any information about this case handled by the FBI or any other crime in Palm Beach County, please call Crime Stoppers.
It was late at night in early March on Monday the 4th. Two females left the Paradise nightclub on West Atlantic Avenue in Delray Beach about 2 in the morning. The women had only driven about 2 blocks from the club when they were cut off by a pickup truck. A man jumped from the passenger side of the truck and pointed a gun at the women, ordering them out of the car. The suspect tried to jump in and steal the vehicle. Just then, one of the girl's boyfriends drove up, jumped out, also waving a gun. When the shooting stopped, the boyfriend was dead. The suspect got away. The vehicle is described as a white pickup truck with tinted windows. The suspect is described as a black male, tall with a thin build, dark skin, wearing a multicolored sweatsuit.
I'm Officer Glenn Fahey with the Delray Beach Police Department. If you have any information about this case or any other crime in please call Crime Stoppers.
It was a quiet Friday, 12 noon, at a Wallpaper store at 1403 West Boynton Beach Boulevard when 2 black males walked in. After walking around for about 10 minutes, suddenly one of the suspects brandished a gun, waving it at one of the managers inside the store, while the second suspect grabbed the victim around the neck, forcing her to the back of the store.
Where's the money? Get in the back. Where's the money?
The suspects then pushed the victim down on the floor and tied her hands with plastic flexicuffs. The suspects then yelled at the victim, looking for cash.
Where's the safe? I told you we don't. Where's the safe?
The 2 men grabbed her, started banging her face down on the cement floor, all the while yelling for money. Finally, they grabbed her jewelry and then raced out of the store in an unknown direction. The suspect's car is described as a 1977-79 Olds 4-door, possibly a Delta 88, faded blue with a temporary tag in the rear window. The suspects are pictured here as caught by a store security camera robbing a convenience store before hitting the Wallpaper store. The first subject is described as a black male in his 20s, about 6'1", with a muscular build, thin mustache, and missing an upper eye tooth on the left side of his mouth. He was wearing dark clothing. The second subject is also a black male, mid to late 20s, about 5'10" to 6'1", with a medium build. He was clean-shaven, dark complexion, and might have had gold medal around 1 or 2 teeth. He was also wearing dark clothing.
I'm Detective Rick Leonard of the Boynton Beach Police Department. If you have any information about this case or any other crime in Palm Beach County, please call Crime Stoppers.
A quiet walk home on April 15th turned frightening for a female victim in the early morning hours of April 15th. It was 2 in the morning and the victim was walking west on 4th Avenue in Lake Worth when she was approached by a man driving a small red car.
Hey, you want a ride? No. I've got a rose for you.
The victim continued walking west on 4th Avenue, crossing the street at Dixie Highway alongside Sneakers Bar. Suddenly, the suspect appeared on foot, grabbing her, pulling her hair, and slamming her to the ground. The suspect raped the victim and then raced away in an unknown direction. Investigators have released this composite of the suspect, who was seen inside Sneakers Bar on Sunday, April 14th, about 9 p.m. until midnight. He is a white male in his early 30s, about 5'7", with dark brown, long, curly hair with a mustache. He was last seen wearing jeans, brown deck shoes, and a gray jacket with horizontal stripes. The suspect was overheard talking with 3 females inside the bar, saying he was visiting from Georgia for about 2 weeks.
I'm Detective Flora Rispoli of Lake Worth Police Department. If you have any information about this case or any other crime in Palm Beach County, please contact Crime Stoppers.
On the morning of April 6th at approximately 3:30, a 21-year-old female had just arrived at her North Palm Beach home after spending the evening with her friends. She had stopped for gas on the way home. Once inside, she headed straight for the bedroom. It was a warm night. The bedroom windows were left open. The victim grabbed a book from the dresser and headed for bed. North Palm Beach police detectives think her assailant stalked the house before confronting her. He had some type of covering over his face, possibly a nylon stocking. As he approached the bedroom window, he pulled a gun and then confronted the victim.
Hey, I got a gun. Do as I say. Get up and come to the window now. Walk towards me. Come to the window. Come into the window.
The suspect ripped the screen from the window and ordered the victim outside.
Now. Now.
He forced her around the side of the house to the backyard, where he threw her to the ground, still at gunpoint, and raped her. Afterwards, she was led back to the window. The suspect then took off. The victim said she heard a car start up and leave the area. The suspect is described as approximately 18 to 30 years old, with medium height and build.
I'm Detective Bobby Fury of the North Palm Beach Police Department. If you have any information on this case or any other crime in Palm Beach County, please contact Crime Stoppers.
It was a late Friday night around 11:30 on April 12th when was riding his motorcycle in Lake Worth, heading west on Lucerne Avenue. He was in the southbound lane approaching the intersection of North C Street. Suddenly, a car right beside him in the center lane tried to make a left-hand turn onto South C Street, cutting the cyclist off. The collision struck the victim on the right-hand side, throwing Carroll from his bike onto the street. Witnesses say the driver of the car raced away, traveling south on South C Street. The victim was taken to JFK Hospital with injuries. The hit-and-run vehicle was described as a white or light-colored four-door Ford Tempo.
I'm Sergeant Susan Pultz with the Lake Worth Police Department. If you have any information about this case or any other crime in Palm Beach County, please call Crime Stoppers.
Police say the break-in occurred sometime over an April weekend between 7:40 on Friday night, April 19th, and 6 a.m. on Monday, April 22nd. Apparently, the suspects cut through the fence. They then pried the rear door of the dock area open, disarmed the alarm system, and then entered the building. Once inside, the suspects raced to the warehouse and grabbed computers, TV sets, and 2 trucks. Police say the goods were worth over $2.5 million. Apparently, the suspects used forklifts to move the stolen equipment and load them into 2 stolen trucks. Trucks were both found empty several days later in Broward County, one near West Oakland Park Boulevard and the other at 418 Southwest 2nd Place in Dania. A witness told police he saw 2 white males dropping off one of the trucks on Friday, April 26th.
I'm Detective Errol Hibbert of the Boca Raton Police Department. If you have any information on this case or any other crime in Palm Beach County, call Crime Stoppers.
It was a routine night for a cab driver for the Sun Cab Company in Lake Worth. At 2 a.m. on Sunday, July 7th, he picked up a fare at Forest Hill Boulevard and South Dixie Highway. The white male asked to go to a local bar located in the Palm Beach Mall on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard.
Yeah, where do you want to go? I'm going to go to the mall, the Houlihan's. Feel like doing a little bit of partying tonight.
Once in the parking lot, the cabbie became suspicious when another car drove up near the taxi. Suddenly, the fare in the back seat yelled out.
Hey, give me your money.
Hey, what's going on?
The suspect pulled out a .38 caliber blue steel revolver and shot the driver 1 time in the back of his head. The suspect then jumped out of the cab and jumped into the other car, which was waiting for him. 2 suspects then raced from the area in a small early 80s model Datsun or Toyota 2-door. The first suspect is described as a white male, about 20 years old, 5'8" to 5'10", about 135 to 40 pounds, with a thin build, dark wavy hair and brown eyes. He was last seen wearing a light-colored button-down short-sleeve shirt and dark baggy pants. The second suspect is described as a white male about 5'8", 32 to 35 years old, with brown bushy hair, with a mustache and stocky build with thick eyebrows.
I'm Sergeant Ralph Gephardt from the West Palm Beach Police Department. If you have information about this case or any other crime in Palm Beach County, call Crime Stoppers.
The murder happened on Monday night, June 24th. 36-year-old Marian Eve Ayano, known by her friends as Maria, had been at the M&M Club on US 1. She was seen leaving the club in her car at about 2 a.m. She then headed north in her red Nissan Sentra. Police theorize the victim pulled into the Dunkin' Donuts in Lake Park and pulled her car around back where she met someone. She left her car there and went to a local Denny's restaurant in North Palm Beach with that person. Witnesses tell police a dark-skinned male was seen with Maria inside Denny's. Now that's the last time Maria was seen alive. Her body was found at 6:40 that morning near the burnt bridge on A1A in North Palm Beach. She had a single gunshot wound in her chest. North Palm Beach detectives say evidence at the scene shows that the murder happened there. Police think the suspect left the area southbound on A1A. The murder weapon was found under the Blue Heron Bridge in Riviera Beach.
I'm Detective Donna Fitzgerald with the North Palm Beach Police Department. If you have any information about this case or any other crime in Palm Beach County, please call Crime Stoppers.
At approximately 2:15 on Monday afternoon, August 18th, two black males wearing ski masks and armed with handguns entered the lobby of First Federal Savings of the Palm Beaches at 500 Federal Highway in Lake Park.
Do that safe! Do that safe! Get out! Get out! Watch out! Back up! Back up! Let me get this money. What's the money? Watch out! Back! Let's go! You got the money? Yeah. Got the money? Let's go! Get down! Don't move! Do what I say! Yes, lady! Don't move! Don't move! Get out! Get out! Don't move!
Both men were last seen running in a southerly direction down an alleyway a block from the bank. The bank security cameras captured these pictures of the suspects in ski masks. The first suspect is described as a black male, 20 to 25 years old, about 5'9", 145 to 155 pounds, with slender build. The second suspect is described as a black male, about 20 to 25 years old, 5'10 to 6 feet tall, 155 to 165 pounds, with a medium build. FBI agents say the two men are believed to be responsible for a total of 7 bank robberies in the Lake Park, Riviera Beach, and West Palm Beach areas.
I'm Special Agent Miller from the FBI. If you have any information regarding this crime or any other crime in Palm Beach County, please call Crime Stoppers.
On Saturday, March 30th of this year, 72-year-old Charles Young was alone with his wife in their apartment at the Villas of Banyan Creek in Boynton Beach. Young was in the living room ironing a pair of pants to wear to an Easter Sunday service the next day. His wife was watching television. Sometime around 11:45,
Who could it be so late?
Don't answer it.
Despite his wife's plea and without checking to see who it was, Young opened the door to see who was there. A black male pushed his way in, yelling at Young to give him all his money. The victim pushed the intruder up against the wall. The suspect then pointed a .38 caliber handgun at the victim's forehead. Young fell to the floor. The suspect ran out the door in an unknown direction. Young died a short time later. The suspect is described as a black male in his early 20s, 6 feet tall, 170 to 190 pounds, with short cropped hair and clean shaven. He was wearing dark shorts and a dark short-sleeve pullover shirt.
This is Detective Bob Barrell of the Boynton Beach Police Department. If you have any information regarding this case or any other crime in Palm Beach County, please contact Crime Stoppers.
It was early in the morning on Saturday, October 19th, around 3 a.m. Police theorize suspects must have entered the rear storage area of 2551 North Military Trail in a business called Advanced Floor System. The suspects then poured some sort of flammable liquid on the building and then lit it. In minutes, the Palm Beach County Fire Rescue crews responded and put out the fire. Apparently, the suspects realized their first attempt failed, so they must have come back again 2 days later on Monday, October 21st, to finish the job. They poured a flammable liquid once again on the building, lit it, and then left as the blaze caught. This time, their efforts worked. The business was left severely damaged by the fire and forced to close down to the public.
I'm Detective Howie with the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office Bomb and Arson Squad. If you have any information in reference to this case or any other crime committed in Palm Beach County, call Crime Stoppers.
This past Thanksgiving morning, an elderly woman was out for a walk with her dog early, about 8:20 a.m. She was walking on List Road in Palm Beach when she was stopped by two black males in a maroon four-door compact car who asked for the time.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
What time is it, please?
It's about 8:30, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The woman walked back to her home unaware the two suspects were following her. As she walked up the sidewalk, the two men pushed her inside. Demanding to know where her jewelry was.
What are you doing? What do you want?
Where's your jewelry?
Don't hurt my dog.
Where's your jewelry?
One of the two suspects punched her in the face, and then she was dragged into a bedroom closet, tied up and left inside. After about 15 minutes, the woman was able to get free and call 911 for help. The first suspect is described as a black male, about 35 years old, 6 feet and 200 pounds, short hair, last seen wearing a blue button-down work shirt and a plain gold wedding ring. The second suspect is a black male, about 20 years old, 5'8", 140 pounds, with very short hair on the sides and last seen wearing a gray USMC sweatshirt.
I'm Detective Michael Bird of the Palm Beach Police Department. If you know anything about this case or any other felony crime in Palm Beach County, please call Crime Stoppers.
Not much is known about the 40-year-old victim, Martin J. Gatto. Sources tell police he used to frequent several bars in the West Palm Beach area. He was even seen at the HG Roosters Bar at 800 Belvedere Road on the last night before his body was found. He was seen there on December 8th around 9 p.m. Police theorize he may have been killed by someone he brought back to his apartment that night. His body was found the next day on December 9th in his apartment at 833 Ridge Road in Lantana. Gatto died from multiple stab wounds.
Detective Larry Easton of the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. If you have any information about this case or any other felony crimes in Palm Beach County, call Crime Stoppers.
Police say two black males walked into Andre's Market on Tuesday, December 17th at about 8:30 at night.
Give me the money!
One of the suspects raced to the back of the store, confronting the owner, Leonard Andre, who came out to help. They ended up struggling while the suspect waved a gun around. Suddenly, another gunshot and the owner fell, mortally wounded. The two suspects then raced out of the store, leaving the owner behind dead on the floor.
I'm Officer Michelle Kazimi from Delray Beach Police Department. If you have any information about this case or any other crime in Palm Beach County, please call Crime Stopper.
A recent burglary over the Thanksgiving weekend has police searching for clues. The EZ Cash pawn shop at 2827 Okeechobee Boulevard was hit in a complicated and professional-looking job. The burglars climbed to the top of the wooden roof using a pry bar and drill to tear a hole in the structure. They then climbed down inside using equipment from the store and brought in a huge boom crane to get other equipment out. The crane was even stolen from Lake Worth. Their main target, the huge store safe.
Hurry up, let's go.
They then lifted the safe out through the roof, and that loss alone was estimated at about $150,000. Police say a possible getaway car may have been a '77 Ford F-250 white pickup, with the pickup bed removed and replaced with a homemade flatbed with wood gates on the sides. The tag number is IHV 86V, Florida. The truck was also stolen during that same Thanksgiving weekend.
I'm Detective Chip Woods of the West Palm Beach Police Department. If you have information about this case or any other crime in Palm Beach County, call Crime Stoppers.